Hello and welcome to this video. I am back to doing videos on my dock. It's a floating dock, so I might have to grab this every once in a while. If you are new to me, hi, my name is Diana and I help women through the midlife phase and beyond. Really, I work with the whole body, mind, and spirit. All right. So what you eat during midlife, finding what works for you because things have changed. What used to work doesn't work anymore. I also deal with the mindset, which is such a huge, big part of it, right? The all or nothing, the stress eating, the emotional eating, the on again, off again, the excuses, the stories, the repatterning of old behaviors, habits, and stuff, right? And also the stress reduction, which is really huge because if you are under always consistent stress, there's no way your body's going to release weight and you will not be able to bring your body back into better balance. And women nowadays, yes, we know, we are under more stress. Totally true. So I am doing this video in response to a question I put up in my free Facebook community, Women Creating Healthy Lives. Come and join us there. That is Women Creating Healthy Lives. There's about 2,900 women in there by the time I'm doing this video. So it's for women over 40. All right, so what the question I asked was, what do you think contributes more to losing weight in midlife? Is it the food, the exercise, the not knowing what to eat, and the mindset? Okay, so that is what I posted there, and I got some great responses, right? And everybody had a different answer. Like a lot of people thought it's definitely the food. Well, actually very few. Some of them thought mindset for sure, right? Some of them thought exercise. Now the thing is that kind of all of those things absolutely contribute to weight loss, right? You need the good mindset because you can know what to eat. You can have all the recipes. You can have, people could be telling you what to do, but you don't stick with it. You don't do it. You have a lot of resistance, these emotional eating, the stress eating. So then of course, you're not going to do it, right? But initially, if you are coming into this midlife phase, what used to work doesn't work anymore. You have gained the weight. You're feeling sluggish. You're dealing with all these like symptoms that you didn't even have before: digestive problems, memory problems, brain fog, really low energy, anxiety, feeling more overwhelmed and stressed than normal, inflammation in your body aches. Complete over emotional, right? Going through the ups and downs of emotions. Well, that is the big changes that you can go through when the hormones are really fluctuating, right? Then that time you really need to start with the food. It is the food that you need to start with, because if you are looking at like really bringing your body back into better balance and losing the weight, right? And decreasing inflammation, improving your digestion, helping with the brain fog, that all has to do with what you eat also. And even though some of the foods you are eating in midlife, of course, are healthy, you could be saying, but I'm eating healthy. I know I am. I'm eating healthy foods. The thing is that some of those healthy foods in midlife actually cause weight gain. Your body processes foods, carbohydrates mainly, differently in midlife. I am not talking about broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, bell peppers. I'm not necessarily talking about those carbohydrates. I'm talking about the starchy carbohydrates and the simple carbohydrates, right? The crackers, the cookies, the muffins, the scones, the breads, even the wheat wraps, right? Like anything that is made of flour, even the rices, the lentils, the beans, oatmeal, fruit is a big one too, yogurt, dairy, meats. It's not that none of those things are healthy. I'm just saying they are healthy. They are okay for you, some of those things. But it's kind of like when you're eating them, how much you're eating them, the combinations you're eating them. And again, of course, all the white things and all the flours and all the scones and all the wheat and all the gluten and all that, no good, right? That stuff is never good for you, but especially in midlife, it's only going to put on the weight, pack on the weight, and you will not lose weight if you continue to eat more of those foods, right? So sometimes it's also let's bring in more of a certain kind of foods, greatly decrease these things, and then that helps you. And every woman's different. Every woman's different. But I can tell you from working with hundreds and hundreds of women over the years and helping women lose weight, like even if they haven't been able to, what I know is there are certain things for sure that you need to start with. So really it is the food where you start. Even like I said, if you think you're eating healthy, 99.9% of the women who say that to me, they may be eating healthy foods, but they're not eating the right foods, not enough of the right foods, and they're eating some of the healthy foods that actually cause the weight gain, the digestive problems, the bloating, all of those things, right? So that's what I'd say number one place to start. Now, also, it's not about following a certain diet or diets that you find. It's really like get somebody who knows how you eat during this phase of life, who knows about the hormonal changes women go through. I have been there. I really had to learn on my own, all of it, lots of research, lots of reading, lots of studying, and thank God I love that. And I learned what worked for me, and I got down to a weight I was in my 20s when I was 48. Pretty much unheard of, okay? I did change what I ate. I did some cleansing. I did some detoxing, things like that too, right? It was a choice on the way I chose to go, but I also really found what worked for me, and that's what I help women with. And when you find what works for you and you find a way of putting it into your life, that changes everything. You get results quite fast, really do. I mean, I work with a lot of women one-on-one in 4 weeks or 5 weeks or even 6 weeks, and they get everything figured out within probably 4 weeks, and they get changes within 4 weeks, sometimes 2-3 weeks. Absolutely, because when you're on the right path, you start to get the results. Now, when it comes to exercise, someone said, well, exercise. Well, actually, exercise is actually the last thing you would look at when you want to lose weight in midlife. Just because, well, first of all, I have to look at how you're exercising, because you could be doing something that's actually causing you to gain weight or keep the weight on. So definitely you need to change the way you exercise in midlife. And it's absolutely, you're probably going to like it the way you have to change it. It's not about doing a ton of cardio, that's for sure. That will actually make things worse. So exercise is something we consider last. So there's the food first, then there is the stress reduction. Because when you are under consistent stress, your body cannot come into better balance, and you will not lose the weight. You will not lose the weight. I'm going to say that again. It doesn't matter what you eat. If you're under consistent stress consistently all the time in midlife or out of midlife, like so once you pass the age of 40 or 45, you will not lose weight. You may continue to gain weight like crazy, and your symptoms will be worse because your body is unable to come into better balance, okay? So stress reduction is something I work on in every single one of my programs. And it is not about doing 2 or 3 hours of meditation or yoga, not at all. It's starting with simple little things you can do throughout the day, okay? That makes the biggest change. What you do consistently most of the time is what gives you the biggest results. My tripod keeps falling. So that's kind of what it is, right? It's about, we look at the food for sure, then you look at the stress reduction and the spiritual practice or soul practices, having time for you, looking at your lifestyle, looking at the way you think about yourself, the way you feel about yourself, how you've arranged your life, because that kind of needs to change, right? Like you can be frantically busy and do things for others and handle everything in the household and handle everything and be like, I'm Superwoman, I can do all this. But when you hit midlife, beyond, your body, you cannot handle stress like you used to be able to. Your body's going through the changes and it's under more stress. It cannot handle a high stress life. The way it handles it is by putting on weight, leading to fatigue, extreme exhaustion, adrenal fatigue, big digestive problems, lots of headaches, brain fog, memory problems. So your symptoms would be exaggerated because your body just continually becomes more and more and more out of balance, okay? So you can't handle all that. It's really about beginning to look at your life, and that's what we do in all my programs. How can I begin to make changes that help me and help bring my body and my life into more of a better balance, okay? Because that leads to a healthier life. That leads to a happier you, someone who's more at peace, someone who's more at ease, okay? We deal with the mindset, which is really your thoughts, your words, your habits, your beliefs, and the patterns that you've repeated, the sabotage, all or nothing, the emotional eating, the stress eating, all of those things, right? Your beliefs, what you believe is possible for you, believing that you are stuck, believing you can't make changes, believing that you need to do things for everybody else, believing that you have to take on everyone's problems, right? Those are things that are also can be looked at in midlife, and we do in my programs. And I have a new program, 21-day program starting June 1st. If you're watching this after that, I do always consistently have 21-day programs going on, most likely, and I do one-on-one coaching, and there's a way I work with women that there's always something for you. It can be 1 session, 3 sessions, it can be 4 weeks or 6-week program, one-on-one, or it's my group program. I have something for everybody, and in a price range that will always work for you. See, I work with the person, like, what do you need? What can you do? Let's figure something out. Reach out to me, because I am here to help you and guide you through this process. Pretty much, I don't want to say impossible to do on your own, because I did, but if you don't have the hours and hours and hours and the passion like I do for learning, researching, trial and error, and it took me about a long time, but I persisted until I found what worked for me. I did not give up, right? And that's the thing too. And that's why it helps to have a mentor. That's why it helps to be surrounded by women. That's why it helps to feel you're not alone and have the support, the guidance, the accountability, the inspiration and encouragement from the other women in the group. 21 days, body, mind, spirit reset, body, mind, soul reset. We start June 1st. It's in a private Facebook group. I do 2 live coaching videos a week, and there'll always be a replay. You can watch the replay. You don't have to be on live. You get one-on-one access to me, like throughout the week. You can ask me any questions in the group. I give you lots of handouts, recipes, recipe videos, and we do a lot on the mindset. I give you the stress reduction practices. I show you them. We go through them. You start setting things up throughout your day, little rituals in the morning, little rituals at night. All of these things that will help you gain more energy, because you're eating different foods too. Feel more peace and calm during the day. Start your day in a more calm and focused way. Maintain that throughout your day. Look at what you've been eating. How's it affecting your body? What you need to change, right? And then again, of course, the mindset, the patterns, the thoughts, the behaviors, the habits, right? Instead of going in circles and repeating the same thing over and over again, you start to break those cycles and break those patterns and start creating new ones that are going to work for you during this phase of life. Okay? It's really about enjoying and loving and living in a way that feels really good for you in this midlife. Okay? Reach out to me. I am here for you, and make sure to be part of my Facebook community, Women Creating Healthy Lives. It's free to join on Facebook. I'm in there every day. That is where I post. And yeah, if you're interested in my 21-day program, please contact me. Say yes below. Say, please send me more information if you're on YouTube or if you're on Facebook, and I will do so. All right. So much love to you. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.